Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about what is going on in the cryptocurrency markets. So obviously we've seen an insane amount of volatility, even for cryptocurrency markets. Going to be looking at a couple of charts. I'm not a technical analysis expert, but I know a little bit of basic support and resistance, and obviously psychological support that we're seeing right now in the market. So we saw Bitcoin drop to low of just around $6,000. This was early February. Data recordings the 21st of February 2018 right now. So just around $6,000 again at the beginning of February, and we've seen a nearly 100% gain. It topped out around just under 12,000 American. So you buy at the bottom, you sell at the top, you pretty much double your money. People are still freaking out right now though, because it's not back up to its all-time high of just shy of 20,000 American dollars. What people don't realize is you've doubled your money in 2 weeks. That's an insane recovery. So right now it's sitting somewhere around the $10,000 range, which is a psychological support level. People use this in trading all the time. Big $1,000 thresholds and $10,000 is a major psychological threshold. It's going to be a huge support level for Bitcoin going forward. We're definitely not going to see the $20,000 Bitcoin return anytime soon, and I guess in cryptocurrency world, anytime soon means within the next month. I mean, definitely by the end of the year, I think we'll be surpass that. I think a safe bet by the end of the year is somewhere in the $50,000 ballpark range, which is an insane amount to gain. But if you look just at year to date, early February of 2017, it was right around your $1,000 range. So even with this huge boom and bust, we're still 10x up year to date on Bitcoin, and I see that maybe we'll do probably 5x this year. The buzz right now is kind of going down. So cryptocurrency was super cool for about the span of like 2 months. Like going home over the holidays, all the relatives and everybody was asking about like, oh, are you always talking about like crypto? How do you get me into that? Like I heard it's going crazy, man. And they're trying to get in to buy around the $17,000 range. So my prediction, I made a prediction video for 2018. That's my only other cryptocurrency video. I find it hard to make videos because I don't know a lot of the, I'm not a programmer. I don't understand a lot of the core technologies. I don't have a strong understanding of the core technologies enough to explain them to people intelligently, and I don't think I would provide enough value in a video. I think there's lots of more people that understand it and can explain it better than I can. I understand it enough to handle my own, kind of crypto portfolio, but I wouldn't feel comfortable explaining it to somebody else. But I love the kind of community and I love being a part of it, so that's why I kind of want to make videos about just markets in general. That's something I come from a finance background. I'm not a technical analysis by any stretch of the imagination. I do a lot of fundamental analysis for stocks, which is just earnings and going over the income statements, earnings per quarter, stuff like that. I've just been dabbling into the whole technical analysis. In the Bitcoin community, there's some finance guys that have made huge sums of money going in and betting on volatility. I wish there was options. We could do any kind of basic options on crypto. You do any kind of volatility option, and you just make tons of money betting Bitcoin options, crypto options. I'm not sure if there's any reputable places right now that offer that. They're definitely here to come. I know future contracts are a thing right now, but it's a little bit different. So going forward, the $10,000 psychological support, but I think there's going to be more selling to come. I don't think it's going to be sitting around 10K. I think we're going to see another dip. It just recovered too quickly. I don't think it can hold off on it. I mean, 100% over 2 weeks, it doesn't feel safe to me. Buying down at the lows is never a bad idea. The super oversaid, buy low, sell high, let your winners run. Kind of shit that you hear all these YouTube traders say all the time. It's true, but I think it'd be safe to level it out. It's definitely leveled out, but we're gonna see a little more. We're gonna see a little bit more dip before we return to our normal bull market. As far as why this is happening, there's no real pin that kind of popped the $20,000 to $6,000. Yeah, just around $20,000 to $6,000 retreat that happened over the course of about 2 months. There's kind of a bunch of little things. Obviously, regulation is going to be the biggest battle in 2018. Regulation is something that we obviously, a lot of crypto guys are libertarian hardcore, and I definitely am as well, but there has to be some kind of regulation right now. So Coinbase just, I believe it was just for 2017. It's American taxes, which I'm not familiar with. I know Canadian taxes. I used to work for a tax accountant, so I'm more familiar with that. But they made them fill out certain tax forms, stuff like that, and we're going to see a huge push for that. Going from coin to coin is going to be taxed at capital gain, which is, it gets really, really messy really, really quick. As far as like holding assets in RRSPs here in Canada, or TFSAs, would be awesome, because that kind of stuff grows tax-free. RRSP, you only pay taxes when you take it out. It's similar to like the American retirement tax funds, tax portfolios. I'm not sure what they're called. But once we adopt those kind of things, it's going to be a lot more appealing to hold crypto, because if we don't get those 10x gains, it's risky inherently, and stocks might be more appealing than someone if they're going to get hit with a huge tax burden. And keeping track of like the crypto to crypto is a insane thing. Like trying to tax from Ethereum to Bitcoin, and then you go off on all the other coins. Like, where did you have no actual money, you have no fiat currency to pay the government with, even though you've made these gains if you keep it in the portfolio. So that's going to be something. Right now, the whole Tether fiasco is something I think is absolutely insane. And again, there's some more videos I can go into it more in depth. I think that's driving some of the negativity in the markets. People uncertain. A lot of people still use Tether as a holding place against volatility. I stay away from it personally. Something feels off. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we find out a little far from now. People are calling it a fraud. It's hard to say, but that could be something that's also driving the markets down a little bit. Riot shares tanked 33%. They're publicly traded. Riot Blockchain. They dropped recently. We're seeing the crypto adoption in the developing countries and countries that really need another form of currency. They're adopting it super well. So like Venezuela's is one of the ones that people always give an example of adoption of cryptocurrency. And they're going to have a new national cryptocurrency. This is on the top article of CoinDesk today. And I think this is the best use case for cryptocurrency. Of course, in America, in Canada, anywhere fully developed, we have fairly stable currencies. We lose maybe 3% to inflation a year. But when we see totalitarian regimes take over, and the shady shit they were doing, so the government had a different exchange rate to US dollar than the citizens, threw the inflation out of whack. It was kind of like hyperinflation, like the Zimbabwe $1 trillion bill. That's what Bitcoin really solves. It's decentralized currency. It's the definition of what Bitcoin should be, in my opinion. And when we see situations like that happen more and more often, I think it just shows a great use case for cryptocurrency. So I'm going to run down some of the changes. We're having a red day in the market today, but I mean, pretty much doubled in 2 weeks. Like I was saying, Litecoin recently had a fork. So the recent BitConnect scandal was a huge red, black stamp, whatever you want to call it, on the crypto community. I know I was talking to people, and BitConnect just sounds kind of like Bitcoin, I guess, and people thought BitConnect scam, Bitcoin a scam. it's a horrible, horrible thing, and especially within, of course, this kind of median, the YouTube's promoting it. Doug Polk does all kinds of pretty funny videos all about the BitConnect. Just watching the BitConnect marketing from the side and watching it, you find it difficult for people to. I find it difficult to understand why people didn't see it as a Ponzi scheme, scam, whatever you want to call it. Just because it's so outrageous, the daily returns on your Bitcoin or whatever, it just something. It obviously didn't make sense, right? And then the community, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general, is a lot of younger people, right? I don't have a lot of experience to financial markets. I mean, I'm fairly young myself, and that's kind of the guys. I'm pretty stereotypical cryptocurrency guys, and I feel like younger people in general are more susceptible to those kind of things in general. One of the biggest things that I said in my other video about cryptocurrencies for 2018, but I'm definitely feeling it now, is going to be the rise of the anonymous coins, Zcash, Monero, I guess you can throw Virgin there too, because of the regulations. People are not going to want to pay taxes, and it's going to be difficult to force people to pay taxes just with a Bitcoin address. But with the anonymous coins, it's going to be even more difficult for the government to track it. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. I just want to give a general impression, overview of what I'm feeling for the markets right now. If you want to, I'm thinking of making more and more frequent videos. I really do enjoy engaging in the community and being a part of it. So if you find this kind of just overall market, feel for the market kind of videos interesting, tell me. If not, leave a video suggestion, any kind of things. I have a couple of video ideas, maybe talking about the. I follow Canadian stock market pretty closely, so making a couple of videos about that. I can talk about my my trading of Canadian marijuana stocks. I've been trading those for about 2 or 3 years now, so I have a pretty good understanding of those. I did make a video about introduction to pot stocks. It was about a year ago. I think Afria was around $6 a share when I made that video, and I think Canopy Growth was around $8 a share. So those are 300% just about, yeah, for Canopy. But I can make some videos about that. I want to get back into the YouTube grind and maybe make some more videos. Want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, CP_McMullen. Subscribe and stick around if you want. Thanks for watching.